Hey guys, it's Janixa and welcome to another nail lacquer therapy session. Hey guys, today we're going to be taking a look at the Salon Perfect Bewitched collection for Halloween 2022. I know I'm kind of late with this review because it was almost impossible to track these polishes down. I went to more than 4 Walmarts near me and finally found them. There are 6 polishes to look at, and yeah, let's just go ahead and get right into the swatches.
All right, first up we've got Universal Glow, and this one, you guys, this one was the very first one I started with out of this collection. It's the orange one. It's beautiful, but you might notice that the brush looks different. And that's because I was having such an issue with this one. The polish was like really caked on to the brush, and the polish was very, very thick. So what I think happened, I am not blaming Salon Perfect for this. I think somebody at Walmart opened up the bottle and then left it kind of open, so it was starting to thicken up and dry up. So I had to switch the brush out for one of my paddle brushes, and it actually made the formula so much better. Like, it just I don't know why all brands aren't switching to paddle brushes, because their polishes would perform 10 times better with a paddle brush, and this one definitely did. I had to add a little bit of thinner, but after I did that, I got a beautiful swatch, and this one is beautiful. I like this. Now, even after adding the thinner, it was still a little bit of a thick formula, but in general, these polishes all had a little bit of a thick formula, so I didn't want to keep adding thinner to it and, mess anything up, so only did it once, and then the result was really, really nice. I only did 2 coats for each of the polishes in this collection because I feel like any more than that would just make a big gloopy mess. Next up, we've got I Need Space, and I think this one is my favorite. It's hard to choose because they all look so pretty, but this one is just absolutely gorgeous. I didn't have the same issue, that I had with the orange one with any of the other ones, so that's why I'm saying that I don't blame Salon Perfect. I blame whoever opened the bottle at Walmart and left it half open. Half open. This one, okay, on the first coat, all of these go on a little sheer. It's glitter. There's gonna be like bald spots everywhere. That's just to be expected with glitter, but overall, it went on pretty easy. I'm actually in my head comparing this one to the black one from the China Glaze holiday collection, and they are I know they have different components because the China Glaze had bar glitter, but still they are completely different the way that they work on the nail. I like this one a lot better. Now, you'll notice that throughout the video, I'm kind of dabbing a lot, and it's because of those bald spots. Again, it's something normal with glitter. Unless you sponge it on, you're gonna have some bald spots. It's just the nature of a glitter polish. But I don't really mind it because, like I said, I can dab on a little bit here or there and it'll be okay, because I don't want to add a third coat usually to glitter polishes, because I feel like a third coat makes it really chunky and lumpy, and you're gonna see the lumps on your nails. It's gonna look like your nails have little hills on them. So I definitely try to stay away from doing 3 coats for a glitter polish. So that's why I just do a lot of dabbing, and I'm sorry if it's annoying in this video, but I just wanted to make sure to, do the polishes justice. So I was definitely doing a lot of dabbing. It kind of annoyed me while I was editing, but again, it's just the nature of a glitter polish for me, and I hope it doesn't annoy you guys too much. Next up, we've got Alien Apple Bobbin, and this one is the like neon green in the collection. I love the colors in the collection. They're so cohesive, so perfect for Halloween. They're just gorgeous. I don't know if you guys can tell, but if you look at my brush, kind of where the stem and the brush meets, it looks like a little lumpy, a little weird. This brush was definitely not perfect. I don't know what was wrong with it. I feel like it was just, maybe manufacturer error or something like that. But I didn't change it out because I could still use it just fine. But sometimes it did kind of get in the way a little bit. So you kind of just have to maneuver a little bit, just kind of go with the flow a little bit. I really enjoyed this color. Again, the formula on all of these was a little bit on the thick side, but nothing too crazy where it was way too difficult to work with. And then I guess that is my first complaint. And my second complaint would be just the brush in general. I feel like Salon Perfect would be known to have, a much better formula, kind of like the Essie effect. Did Essie have a really bad formula, or did they just have a really bad brush? I feel like it's the same thing with Salon Perfect. Their brush is so thin that I feel like if they switch to a wider brush, I mean, it doesn't have to be a full-blown paddle brush, but if they switch to a wider brush, I really think they would benefit, especially for glitters like this. Yeah, there goes some more, dabbing here or there. But overall, I was really happy with the results that I got from each one of these nail polishes. They're so pretty, so sparkly. You could wear a base coat that has a little bit more opaqueness to it so that you can kind of cover any bald spots in between the glitter, and for me that works really well. Next up, we've got Celestial Chic, and this one is really gorgeous too. And it says a lot when it says a lot about a polish when I say that it is gorgeous if it's a red, because I do not like red polish. But this one was so beautiful. It reminds me of, like, poisonous apple, like Snow White type of thing. That's the vibes I got from this one. Now, I was talking about formula and brushes during the last swatch, and I just want you guys to know that I'm not trying to be too hard on Salon Perfect here, and the reason for that is because they are a cheaper brand. I think these polishes were like $3.98, something like that. So they are a cheaper brand, and I can't compare them to OPI or something like that. That's just not fair. So for Salon Perfect being what it is, they're actually pretty good. I think we can probably compare them to LA Colors. I feel like they're both kind of neck and neck. Maybe LA Colors wins just slightly, but overall, for the price point, I think Salon Perfect is actually a pretty good brand. I would just really, really, really love to see them change the brush. I mean, even maybe make the brush like the China Glaze brush, since they are owned by the same parent company. It's kind of odd to me that there's two different brushes. I would be happy with them switching to the China Glaze brush because it's a little bit wider and would just be a little bit easier to use, especially with some glitters like this. So yeah, just change the brush, and I think you guys, being Salon Perfect, would be so much better off. Let me know if you guys agreed. Would you guys love to see Salon Perfect change their brushes? Would you pick them up a little bit more often if they did change their brushes? Next up, we've got On My Milky Way, and I really love this one too. Maybe this is a second favorite. I don't know. It's hard to choose. The black and the white were the ones that really grabbed my attention. Now, this one seemed to have a little bit of a less thicker formula than the other ones. There was a couple here in the collection that had a little bit of a less thicker formula, so they were much easier to just glide on the nail even with that skinny brush. So I definitely appreciated this. For a polish like this, I would put a white sheer underneath it, and the one that I always seem to gravitate towards is Essie's Waltz. I just really like that one. So I would probably put that on my nails and then put a coat or two of this one on my nails, and I think that would just be so beautiful. But of course, you don't have to put a base down like that, a base color down like that. Base coat, yes. Base color, no. This one, it is pretty opaque on the second coat, again, except for a little bit of bald spots here or there. But if you're dabbing at those bald spots, you should be just fine. This one is beautiful. This one was one of the harder ones to find. I feel like a lot of people were drawn to this one, and I went to maybe 6 different Walmarts. Yeah, I'm one of those people. I will just keep going and going and going until I can find what I'm looking for. I mean, I've done it plenty of times. I've gone to a million Walgreens, a million CVS looking for certain polishes, and I'm glad I found this one because I actually really enjoy it. And last but not least, we have Head in the Stars, and this is a beautiful pink. I enjoyed this one too. My daughter enjoyed it also. It was the first one that she picked, and she said, "Can you please paint my nails this color?" So I did, and she was showing all her friends the next day at school. She's 5, so this one is just absolutely beautiful. The formula, again, a much easier formula to work with, a little bit less thick than the other ones, and I feel like the base on this one is a lot more tinted. It's definitely a tinted pink base, where some of the other ones seemed a little bit more clear. Yeah, so I really like this one. It's so beautiful. I'm just watching myself swatch. I overall, I enjoyed this collection. I have been keeping my eye out on Salon Perfect a lot more this year just because of the few collections that have really caught my eye. I've swatched the Dippin' Dots collection, which I didn't like that one, but again, I feel like if they had a different brush, that one might have worked better for me. And then I did the coffee themed collection, and I really enjoyed that one. Gorgeous colors and a great formula for all of those polishes. I do have a Salon Perfect playlist on my channel. I have a playlist for each and every brand, so if you ever just want to see Essie videos or OPI videos or Salon Perfect videos, just go and click my playlist section on my channel, and yeah, all the videos that I have for that brand will pop up for you. And I have one for Salon Perfect, and yeah, I think you guys would enjoy seeing all the polishes that they've come out with this year that I've swatched. Not sure if they've come out with more. And here we have the entire Bewitched collection for Halloween 2022.
There you have it, guys. Swatches of the Salon Perfect Bewitched collection for Halloween 2022. What did you think of these polishes? I thought they were beautiful. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but Salon Perfect and China Glaze are kind of coming out with similar-ish collections this year because they are owned by the same parent company. And China Glaze did the glitters for Christmas or holiday, and they weren't that great. Salon Perfect did the glitters for Halloween, and they were much better. So it's like they've kind of got a weird mix going here. They both did coffee themed collections. They both did Dipping Dots collections, which I think China Glaze won that round. So it's actually kind of fun. It's kind of fun. My only complaint is that Salon Perfect is kind of difficult to find in you know, so many Walmarts. Like, I don't understand why it's so hard to find when these polishes are exclusive to Walmart. They should be in every single Walmart. But alright guys, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!